Halo C now, it's Halo C, it's Halo C now. Oh look, Sierra 117 got released. It's time for me to skip the whole video and look in the description so that I can check out the link to download Sierra 117 and start it, and wonder why I can't continue it because I did not watch this video or read the readme. Halo C now, it's Halo C, it's Halo C now.
Jeez, wake up, you lazy, half-empty bag of potato chips.
Oh man. Oh god. Hey, Zach. What's up, man?
Dude, you've been sleeping for the whole day and your snores rock the ship more than an iceberg.
Really? A whole day? That's nice. Huh. Well, does that mean we're there yet?
You know yourself that we aren't able to know. So what do you want to eat?
Yo, I'm getting served food? Wow. If you can fill my appetite. Since it's Oktoberfest right now at this very moment, I guess I'd like maybe 2 pairs of white sausage, a bretzel, the saltier one, with sweet mustard on it. How about that?
Alright, coming right up.
Huh? How is that even possible?
Don't even ask.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to some more Halo C Now, the show where we showcase news and project progresses from news sources, the best kind, from Halo Maps, Open Carnage, and the one and only, unbiased, naturally news source that you can always rely on. Gemini has gotten its own remake of a remake in the remake of a modded game called Halo Cast Edition. Sean, also known as Introspector, has announced that Gemini will be remade. Well, really, it's going to be made again, but this time it will not exception all the time. Here's the reveal trailer. You can find more about Gemini in the Discord link in the description. And you can find more about Intensity. That it has gotten a few updates too. It also gets a fuel rod that looks great and shiny, as I like it. As always, any changes that will happen. That was all WIP. But still, both of these maps are going to be made. And as you can see from Gemini, this is in secret Heretic Hunt multiplayer. So there's also Heretic Hunt update right there.
No more sniper ticks by Michelle. This script deals with the wrongly offset sniper ticks by simply hiding them when the map loads. This is achieved by finding all HUD elements that reference the bitmap used for sniper ticks and scaling those elements down to a size of 0. This will only work on unprotected maps.
Jetpacking Action, a map you could never have played before, so I will never actually ask you to if you have played it before, because it is an open source multiplayer map with a script where you can use a jetpack in it, with Halo Reach jetpack sounds in it. Anyhow, the download link has been updated and you can definitely play it now if you wish, or otherwise wait for the video that we'll make on it. Pretty sweet, right? LDAT 360 is going to be making an indoor map in the future, an exploration map called El Secreto, or Secreto, or whatever how you might pronounce it. It looks like a library, not the library that we all know of, an actual library. This will be according to the first map, where it actually takes time to make which kind of surprises me after all the other maps he's done. Does that mean all the other maps were not made with time? That is concerning, but still, that's some good news right there. Alright, here we go. It's the most anticipated Halo Custom Edition map since 2015. Sierra 117. It's finally out.
This ain't good. Damn. How far did he fall?
2 kilometers. Easy.
Stay sharp. Foreman?
His armor's locked up. Gel layer could have taken most of the impact. I don't know, Sergeant Major.
Radio for Vito. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving him here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, crazy fool.
At least what's left of it, of course. This is the CE3 2015 build, which was released because MatthewDratt honestly cannot find a way to get the motivation to finish all this. And therefore, anyone else who has motivation is able to get this thing going. If you ask Matt, he'll give you the 3DS Max file. So, if you ever want to continue after this point, which of course if you read the readme you wouldn't be actually looking at this, but still, to do this, you have to put in the console Wake 020, that's the one.
Just say the word.
So this demo, I guess, from 3 years ago, we get to see the full cast here. And since I'm with mouse and keyboard, I want to play this as the original as possible. So here we go, some Xbox One controller action here. So let's go through Sierra 117 live on open source. What a wonderful world this has become. Of course, not without its few perks left behind. This is the CE3 version after all. Wonderful action right here from the Sierra 117 build. This had gotten so many traction from the CE3 it came out on. Got many big people talking about this, saying this will revitalize.
Pelicans are en route, Chief, but I can't raise Bravo. You find them, get them to the extraction point. Don't want our birds to roost any longer than they have to. Come.
To revitalizing the need, the urge for Halo 3 on PC. After all, that is an easy thing to do, right? It's totally not lying around under a desk. Why did you shoot there? Under a desk at 343 offices in Washington. But that's beyond our reach. There were always questions. Whether if we can put Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, the whole motherfucking thing inside Halo Custom Edition. But none of them were up to the task, unlike MatthewDratt. Whilst everyone kept on saying someone had to do something, MatthewDratt was the answer. And despite all the accolades, despite all the people wanting this to happen, for MatthewDratt, this task was a bit too much in the end. Of course, if you know the Halo Custom Edition community, you know the takedown series that MatthewDratt is also doing while he was doing Sierra 117. He's also going to university as well, on top of all that. And so to find anything of measurements in Sierra 117 was kind of a step in the wrong foot. From what I've gathered, the reason things were pretty down the drain in this campaign, I mean, is because of things that were supposed to be put in these things over and over and over again with no new substances. And in the end, it just doesn't come out good.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
But from all of this, one can definitely tell how much effort was put into it, because it's MatthewDratt. Of course, many people.
Hold on, got a contact.
Of course,
She's fast and low.
Break off, now!
I'm hit!
Lost a thruster, hang on! Get a hold of her! Negative, we're going down!
That might have taken Matt 40 months to fix or something. And quite honestly, there have been many different things in Halo 3 that you probably would not be able to put in Halo Custom Edition. Like for example, that one scene where you had to fight against two scarabs. Oh, why didn't I see them here? Those two scarabs would have needed their own pathfinding and possibly everything around it. That mission section is insane for Halo 3 to have had. And putting it in a Halo Custom Edition, that would have been a real big task. Probably impossible. So in terms of everything you're seeing here, this demo is outright the best you can probably get out of wishing Halo 3 on PC. Or Custom Edition, really. At this point, Xenia is gonna fix all of our problems. That's what I've been hearing anyways. That's what I've been told to anyways. So I guess I'll accept that as an answer. So as I've been saying, I've been saying this very plentiful times in Halo scene now, that when there's a help request, I always tell you, if you have any interest or you have people who find interest, or there is someone you know who has interest, just send them this or something so that they can help out with it. In this case, I do encourage it this time as well. As for anyone wishing to play this, you're able to now, as I'm trying to figure out how to get to the one room Matt sent out in the video. Oh, there it is. January. That was when presumably this thing would have been released with all the files and stuff. It's bad, in Halo Custom Edition, the #1 rule is to never put a release date, or a month, or even a year, or even an estimate. Do it the way aLTis does. Never do it. Just release it when you feel like it's done. That's why Big S version 3 is never done. So therefore, in that logical sense, there would have been no way this thing would have been finished based on that assumption. And so we're reaching the final end before it gets to the dam, and that's really the end of it. That's where the C3 stuff ended. That's just all the stuff that was shown and was really everything that it needed to be shown in C3. I swear this could have made headlines, but the workload was too much. So unless there's anyone else who's willing to do what Matt had to do for 3 years, he'll send you the max files and whatnot, and then maybe you can get the glory of bringing Halo 3 to the PC before Xenia does. Alright, and speaking of map releases, of single player maps, we've got something called Infestation. So, with this powerful and lovely screenshot, you can definitely tell, is this a continuation of that one Flood campaign that you used to play back then? No, but it uses the same tags and the same stuff in it too. This one is from a user called Flood Developer, and right now he has released a beta to a couple of maps based on this idea that you can play as a flood and storm through the whole entire installation of Halo 1 that happened in there, and well, just see it for yourself. It'll have your same taste as well in there, as I will also play it on Halloween with this thing, because that's the appropriate time to play a flood map, right? A flood campaign map. This looks great for it, great for the time. Okay, so this is a trademark name as it's very long. So, Altheros has announced Halo 3 H1CM DRose Art Assets Program something. Anyhow, he's going to be planning to remake the entire Halo 1 campaign with Halo 3 assets. But this time, it has open source. And that's where you'll see the bunch of footage in for. That makes it all shiny. And even more assets put into it. Like maybe some power-ups in there, or even like stuff like bubble shields and stuff. And it will actually work in the single-player prospect. As well as every other release he has done, he is listed in the forum link in the description. And a bunch of other things. It's going to blow everyone's mind, because it's frickin' Halo 3 on Halo 1 on open source, right? And it's from Altheros, which you might know from his 2 Betrayals mod, but I digress. We can see a complete mod of the whole campaign now, with Altheros' name on it.
And now we're out of Halo maps. Kavawuvi has set up a script so you can easily set up a Halo server on Linux. It does things like installing Wine for you and setting up all the basic text files for configuration, but it currently does not install SAPP. That's because a lot of the later versions of SAPP are not compatible with Wine. Versions before 10.0 will work, and you can get them in places. I'd say go check it out. Kavawuvi has been demonstrating how Lightmaps in Halo CE could look if they were rendered in Blender. He's making a tool so that you can easily communicate with Blender so you can render Lightmaps. He's doing this with the help of SteamFox, and it should basically be like a Blender version of Aether, which is a Lightmap tool for 3ds Max for CE. You can check it out in the Discord link in the description. It will be in the Chimera Discord under the name Salamander. I released a set of updated versions of the Halo 1.5 maps that I released a while ago. When I created a new version of these maps to fix an issue with the grenade counts not matching up, I used a tool that is part of Refinery, the map extractor, to spoof the cache's checksums so they work with the old versions of the map, except a problem arose that it randomly edits a byte in the map and you don't really know where it ends up. And it turns out that one of the maps, it actually has caused a noticeable bug. So since I don't fully trust these old versions of the map anymore, I have just decided to update and release new versions of the maps. These maps have the suffix fix at the end, because I don't want them to be confused with the old versions of the maps, because there might still be more bugs to be found, and a bug is game breaking as was on Outbound. A server should not be allowed to host that while a player with a normal map can join. Now that ties into this next thing. Moses has updated the MEK, so be sure to use the MEK installer to update the scripts. This is because of that bug that I mentioned earlier with the random byte being edited. There's also some other under-the-hood changes.
Operation Purgepoint will be delayed a bit, as much as 2 weeks max, as Richard has stated that he will be working on other real-life things currently. So a demo will not be released at a time that was promised, which was about this month. So there you go. Now, this one will make headlines once it gets reached out to stuff like Games Done Quick or whatever YouTuber will prospect this one. So, the refined campaign is done, with version 1 out for many languages. For English, for French, for German, for Spanish. And soon enough, with Chinese on the way, we'll see this thing getting flourished, as the refined campaign aims to emulate exactly, or as exactly as possible, what the Xbox showed in the Halo 1 campaign. Because the one that we got for PC seems to be filled with bugs and anomalies. So, in that sense, we get to see a campaign refined, which is a word that I want to use for more intensive purposes. That makes this campaign mod much more better than everyone else's, because this actually aims to replicate something that's been done before, that we couldn't have gotten after all these years. And in different language as well.
Faites les morts! C'est ce que j'ai fait! J'ai fait le mort! Ils ont eu tout! They're gone! Get it? Gone! Je ne veux pas finir comme eux.
And now it's time for the top 5 Halo C videos of September. Now sadly I will never again post an intro with T-pose in it, because somehow the last one with Vize on it got flagged by Sony for having the Halo theme on it. I mean, that's the power of vocal training right there for Vize. How is that even possible? But I cannot fight back against it. It's a remix, so whatever. Anyhow, it's number 5. We've got Halo Custom Edition 2018 by Lithium. It showcases the person playing on several Halo Custom Edition maps and multiplayer and putting it in a collage. I can't play it at all because it has copyrighted music on it, so I dare you to check it out, because it's a fun video that will bring you back to Halo Custom Edition because of all the custom maps in it that's still being played today. Number 4, we've got Halo C Lucidity Madness by The Gathering, or Matt from The Gathering. The TG clan. I haven't heard those guys in a long time. But anyhow, this video is about a couple of real world sessions. As you all know, real world does a couple of game nights here and then. What's special about real world is that they use their own server app, which means you can't actually no-lead on any of their servers, but that's the charm of real world, really, to get you back to Halo C before it was getting its no-lead, but it has all the other fixes as well. I like real world, seriously. It does take me back to when I had to leave, when I have time to eventually join their game nights, that is. This video shows exactly what it is, and thanks Matt for doing that service to us. Number 3 is Flight of the Bums by the Slacking Stacker, or Slacking Stacker, who knows what the... Anyhow, this video is a complete utter nonsense, so I like it, so play it. At number 2, a video by Masters. It's called The Banished and ODST Story. It's a cancelled fan campaign apparently, and he did a stream on this very campaign with a Q&A on top of it all. And from what I have heard, this is a campaign based on a scenario where Nikki, I believe, from Halo 3 ODST was basically banished. And then this is the campaign that you have followed on through. There's a whole bunch of things that was a whole bunch of ideas that were thrown into this, and well, it got cancelled after El Dorito got swiped because of them using assets. So in accordance to that, Masters decided to not continue and banish, because look at those dags. You see the similar scenario right there. So well, whatever the reasons, it's too bad that it's not going to be out anymore. But you can check out the whole stream to see what it would have been for you to play on for. And I'd like to enjoy an ODST campaign myself. I mean, look at me, right? And at number 1, because I cannot be biased this time, we've got Salty Zealot number 1 with The Rush. The actual map called Rush. And it's Salty Zealot. I enjoy what he does, and therefore he gets the spot this month.
What's going on? The Rush to... Fuck. Sounds like a fashion company. Oh, I got the hectic music going. What is this? They're just sitting there getting fucking slaughtered. That's fine. And all my bullets are missing. Oh, good. What a formation. I don't want to look at you two anymore. Oh, this is not good. I'm leaving.
So what is it that you don't want me to know about Zach's ambitious cooking here?
Well, I also ordered something ridiculous to see if Zach can deliver.
So what did you order?
Some prawn crackers with cheese whiz and mango.
How the hell does the ship sustain those ingredients after so many years?
Well, if you really want to know...
He wears a tie as money, the best in the nation, he'll beat you all at pool and playing PlayStation, but they refuse to see the massive dream, then they just silly police, come on, let's get it on. Halo C now, it's Halo C, it's Halo C now, include guest here. Halo C now, it's Halo C. It's Halo C now!